Hey, happy Monday. Coach Tom Ferry. Sorry we're getting this video out a little bit late. Been a crazy morning of conference calls and lots of good stuff. Can you believe that? I mean, here we are on the 21st, just a few days before Christmas, and everything is hustle bustle just the way I like it. Here's the challenge. The broken, crazy record playing in your head. I was thinking about, what would be the cool sort of, last thought-provoking, interesting, message to send you before we go into the new year. I got one more video coming up on Wednesday, and then that's it. I'm going to take a little time off and, be back on January 4th with you. The conversation I was thinking about was, how often we have this record playing in our head. And what we know is we average about 40,000, they say 40 to 60,000 thoughts every single day. You've heard me say before in seminars, your head is a scary place to be. This is really what I'm talking about. The 40 to 60,000 thoughts that, you're talking yourself out of being the person you want to be. You're talking yourself out of success. You're talking yourself into failure, into doubt, into lack, into worry. And you've heard me say it before. You can't continually plant seeds in your mind of doubt, lack, and limitation and ever expect success, wealth, and abundance. What you plant is exactly what you're going to grow and harvest. So my question for you is, what do you do when the record playing in your head is sabotaging you, is destructing you, is tearing you apart from everything you say you want in terms of your goals, dreams, and visions? Very simple, 3 things I want you to do. Number 1 is learn to say stop. I have found myself, oh my goodness, we're going to miss this flight, or this is going to happen. We've all been there before, that little moment of drama, and I literally have to say, stop! That was probably pretty loud. Stop. And I tell myself, stop. What am I doing? I'm telling my head up here to stop going in that crazy little loop that it goes into and acknowledging I'm going down a bad road and I got to stop it immediately. So that's the first thing. The second thing I recommend you do is you name it. I have a lot of clients that what they'll do is they'll name that negative self-talk like a funny name. They'll call it Charlie or Larry or Bob or, there goes, negative Sue, whatever it is. And by labeling it, you actually move yourself away from it. You disconnect that negative conversation from being you to actually being somebody out here who's playing in your head. My brother and I used to talk about this called the drunk monkey. Dr. Jose Silva used to talk about your mind is like a drunk monkey. If you left it loose inside your kitchen after it was drinking a few beers, guess what? It would make a mess of everything. You'd have monkey poop everywhere. Well, it's the same thing if you don't learn to control your mind. The first thing is stop. The second thing is name it something funny so when it's happening you can go, oh, that's just Charlie talking as an example. And then the third thing that has really helped myself and so many of the people I've worked with is you immediately convert that negative thought into an affirmation, into an affirmation. So, let's say you're like, oh, will I get this listing? I'm not sure. Are they going to list it at my price? Or whatever conversation you're in, instead of having that conversation, you catch it, you say, stop, you go, that's just negative Charlie talking. And then what I recommend you do is you go, wait a minute. I'm a lean, mean listing machine. I'm a great listing agent. My terms, my price, going to help this customer right now, baby. Yes. So I acknowledge I had that negative thought. I acknowledge one of those, those negative emotions creeping up into my head. I tell it to stop. I label it, I go, that's just negative Charlie, and then I immediately affirm what it is that I want. You may have noticed that I got my body involved. I don't do affirmations. I don't sit around going, I like myself. I don't do that kind of stuff, I actually get my whole body like, I now command my conscious and unconscious mind to give me the skills, the talent, the ability, the humor, the knowledge, whatever it takes. I get my whole body involved. You want to know why? Body-mind connection, right? Put your body in motion, the mind will follow, always. So I know a lot of thoughts for you to think about. Quick book I want you to read. Shad Helmstetter, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. Unbelievable book. Written, my goodness, probably 20, 25 years ago. Still today is a classic. He's the one that talks about 40 to 60,000 thoughts per day, and half the book is just affirmations you can use to reprogram your mind. So the thought is, as we get near ending December, if you're holding on to some negative stories, if you're holding on to some negative baggage, if you're playing that record over and over and over in your head, it's not supporting you. Tell yourself to stop. Name it something funny so you disconnect it. You put it over there on somebody else. And then the last thing is, let's get some affirmations to reaffirm what it is that you really want. Roger Bannister, the 4-Minute Mile. For 1,000 years, people were trying to beat the 4-Minute Mile, and it could never be done until Roger Bannister closed his eyes, thought about what he wanted, connected his body and his mind to exactly what he wanted, and bam, he broke the 4-minute mile. Your mind is so powerful. Don't let that negative record keep playing inside your head. This is your head. This is your plan. This is your life. Let's live it by design. Always remember, your strategy matters. Your passion rules. Happy Monday. Talk to you soon.